And that religious role that they have all over the place, there's no way you should be elevating any religion and telling no, especially your children, don't tell them nothing about religion that is nice or nothing. Don't teach them no religion. Teach them common sense, humanity, and love. Let's go.
This is my experience going to school and growing up in Iran. In Iran, you're not allowed to criticize the government in any shape or form. And if you do, they're gonna kill and torture your family. So I remember before I started first grade, my mom, she sat me down and she was like, hey, you're not allowed to say anything bad about the government, like how we talk about it at home to your friends or school, or they're gonna come after us. So that's when I started to become aware of this sense of fear and paranoia and watching my words. And then in school, they force you to wear the hijab as part of the uniforms. And that was something, as a kid, like imagine being forced to wear something when you don't even know why. And also that's when they start to enforce the religion. So even if your family's not really Muslim or non-traditional, that's part of the curriculum. You have to memorize the Quran in another language to be able to pass the grades. It's all in every grade. And I remember like crying as a kid because it was like in a whole nother language and they wanted me to like memorize the verses and I didn't understand why. And like they would always like instill fear in you, like Allah is gonna do this to you, God is gonna do this to you, you're gonna go to hell, you're gonna burn in hell, this is how hell is like. And I was like, dang, like not the God I talk to every night, that's like even as a kid I was aware, okay, like this is all, something is not adding up here, because the God I felt in my heart and talked to was about love, and it's a whole different story. But another thing is that the schools are segregated by gender, like boys and girls are separated from the first grade all the way to like college, university, they're separated. So I remember I went to school in Iran in middle school, elementary school. So I remember in middle school, like everybody's segregated, and that's when like your hormones start to kick in, that's when people start having crushes. And I think like them segregating us backfired because like the girls would have crushes on other girls, they low-key turn us gay.
Yeah, man, this is what I'm telling you guys. There are things that are really wrong in all these countries, okay, including they separate boys and girls at school and all that stuff. It's all a control system. Yeah, and these wars prevent us like from traveling to it. No, nobody ever can think I'm going to travel, go to Iran in holiday. Nobody gonna think, oh, I'm gonna go to Iran, do some business, yeah, and then I'm gonna come back. Nobody. I don't know. Nobody would think I'm gonna travel to Iran in holiday. Can you believe that? They go to these other Muslim countries like India, what I'm saying, even Saudi Arabia, all these other Muslim countries that westernized, that's what they call it. They call them westernized because they allow this. But they all have the restraints from the religion. But Iran is like the most radical, I think, because nobody can go there really. But there are other issues. They don't want people going there as well to protect themselves. I understand, because these crusaders, you know what they do? They go somewhere, they start regime change and give them trouble. Next minute they have wars. Next minute they poor. Next minute they slaves. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the same religious formula they all use. But Iran don't have that religious formula of, at least from these centuries that I know, you know what I'm saying, of going around and colonizing other people and other lands using the religion, hiding behind the religion, you know what I'm saying? I don't see them doing this, but they don't want people as well going to their land and settling over there with their religions. They're trying to avoid this type of conflict. But anybody who have a religion, you know what I'm saying, is kind of in a predicament, You know what I'm saying? And even countries that don't have religion, like China, you know what I'm saying? They all settlers on the same agendas of conquest and war and and this type of thing. Even that I don't see Chinese going around really in religious stuff. Yeah, some of them probably believe in Christians, some of them probably believe Muslims, but not all of them. In China, they suppress that religious stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they have another religion called communist also, or whatever system they run. You know what I'm saying? Which is also not a free system. It's all the same. It's all a religion. It's a formula, a script that people are not free. They have to live inside that formula. Chinese, same thing. Don't think they know better. Yeah. So the whole world, as you know, man, is controlled by these entities that want to keep humans under control. So they got these religions, no matter what country, no matter what people, they got to keep them under this spell of religion and keep them since they're young. They got to keep them, they got to scare them, to give them fear about that shit, and keep them all their lives trapped in that realm. You know, so they can't get out of that realm. They cannot be themselves. You know what I'm saying? I told you, it's a slave road out there with all that religion